Hello and welcome to another Macklins Motors YouTube video, and today I'm just going to be taking the MGF out for a quick run. Because it's not been driven for a wee while because of the weather lately, and I just wanted to see how it is before I put it into winter storage, and I'll give you a little bit of update as to what's happening. Well, let's fire up this little K series. Like a dream. Pop our headlights on and the wipers. Right. Cool. So smooth and quiet, this engine. But there's a reason for that, and I'll give you a wee update on what's happened to this car since you've seen it last. And the passenger side mirror isn't quite in the right place. There we go. That's better. Right. The brakes are really quite rusty because the car's sat for a wee while, but that's alright. Good to go. So since you've seen this car last, it's had some work done to it. In the middle of the summertime, I was at the Glams Extravaganza show at Glams Castle near Forfar, and I had a little bit of cooling issues. The temperature gauge suddenly shot up when I was idling whilst waiting to be parked, and things got a bit scary. So I took it to my local garage, who I use all the time, and they did some thorough tests to it, and surprise surprise, the head gasket had been blowing. So we got the cylinder head sent away. Yeah, the brakes need cleaned. We got the cylinder head sent away to be re-skimmed. We got a new head gasket kit and all the head bolts, and new coolant and a new water pump, oil and filter, and then the car was given a really thorough check, and it is all back to full health. So it wasn't the cheapest repair in the world, but I was happy to get it done because I knew this car had to be right. So I'm just letting it warm up gently, because it's just obviously had that work done. It's not been driven for a few weeks, so I'm being a little bit careful. The temperature gauge hasn't even moved yet, so what I might do is pull in and wait before I go onto the dual carriageway. Oh, that's coming up now a wee bit, so I'll just curb there. There we go. Yeah, that's the coolant gauge coming up now, so that's fine. It drives really well. Since I got this car on the 1st of March, I've done about 2,500 miles in it, which I'm happy with. I've used it a fair amount. Used it for normal commuting to uni, some car club runs, shows, social events, family outings and stuff like that, and I'm really happy with this little car. Right, we're now going onto the dual carriageway, so I'll open her up a wee bit. And that's 70 miles an hour now, so it's not the noisiest car in the world, it is a wee bit noisy, but I like driving it. So today is the 24th of October, so it's very nearly the end of the season for me. So my plan is, by the end of the month definitely, I will put it to my grandparents' house and I'll put it under a proper cover and get it off the ground a wee bit. I've got special ramps which keep your tyres intact in storage, and that's where Mabel will live for the winter. So sprightly. I love this little car. So a couple of years ago I did the same process when with my MG3, the little white hatchback. That was the winter of 2021, so 2 years ago now. So if you go back on my channel you should see that video, and it'll be a very similar process to that. But I'm just out for a wee bit of a joy run today. I'm working very shortly, so I'll go back to the house and change cars, but I'm just taking Mabel out for a wee spin just to dust off those cobwebs. Jobs that'll get done in the springtime when I take the car back out from storage. That being, I want to get the brake fluid and the clutch fluid renewed, because that hasn't been done for a wee while. The MOT is expiring in the middle of February, so the first thing I'll have to do is drive it to the garage to get it keyed. That'll be okay. I've also got a 6-disc CD changer that's compatible with this radio, and my friend Ross, who you've seen in the last video where we went to collect his Twingo, he's hopefully going to help me fit it. I've got the wiring for it as well, so there's one wire that connects to the back of the radio and then one into the actual unit, but I think the unit lives in the boot, but he'll help me. The brakes are better now, they've been used, but I'm still being careful. The roundabouts are greasy and wet, and I'm on Yokohama road going tyres, so I'm very, very careful. In other motoring news, I've changed daily driver since you've seen it last. I'll show you it more in another video when I've got more time, but the MG3 is gone. Surprise, a bit of a shock to some. 2017 Audi A3 SC 1 litre, so it's the most basic S3 A3 you can get, but I really like it actually. It's a year older than the MG3, but that doesn't bother me because it's actually a quality item. It's a really nice car, so if you go onto my Instagram, just look for Lewis Macklin and you'll find pictures of it there. Yeah, the brakes need a wee bit of a shove, but I'm just getting used to it again. No, it's running really well. You might have seen on the news that the north of Scotland had quite a bad storm at the end of last week. It began with a B, I can't remember its name. Storm Babis, I think. Luckily, everything and everyone with us is okay, but this car was outside for that. It was under cover for the roof and the windows, and the inside is really dry actually. There's only one bit of moisture on the windscreen, but the seats and the mats and the carpets are all in really good nick, so the hood is actually more weatherproof than I thought it would be. And that rattle is just the sunrise on the trim. This is the PG1 gearbox in the MGF, which I believe is Rover's own design, and it's actually really good. It's a wee bit notchy, and you need to sort of move it in two. You can't just go from one gear to the other. You've got to take a minute break in neutral just to allow it to go in. But no, everything's really good. The suspension's comfortable. It's the right height, it's the right pressure. Well, I'm really chuffed with that actually. I'm just going to check the time. Get to go all the time. Brake scale. Yeah. Right. So that's just a quick run around in the MGF, just to let you see it in action and let you know what I've been up to over the winter. I'm not quite sure what sort of videos I'll be making because the weather will be rubbish and this car will be away, so we'll see, but I'll hopefully try and video this going away for winter when that happens. Thanks for watching the channel anyway and sticking with us, and hopefully my next video won't be that far in the future, but in the meantime feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's just Lewis_Macklin, and the same spelling as this channel, and you'll see more regular updates on there about what I'm up to. But thanks for sticking with us, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. So from me and Mabel, it's cheerio.